Tonight, from Dallas, Texas, a city known for its art and culture, Dallas Music Network is bringing great local artists to the spotlight. We're streaming on social media and on demand on all major TV streaming devices on twostagetv. Your tax-deductible donation can help local musicians become more sustainable by creating opportunities and introducing them to a wider audience. This episode is brought to you by a generous gift from Timothy R. Wallace and the City of Dallas Office of Arts and Culture. And now, Dallas Music Network presents The Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Emmeline.
And I'm Min.
And we are so excited to bring you a brand new episode of Dallas Music Network's The Spotlight.
That's right. Tonight's guest is winner of the Sarah Vaughan International Vocal Competition, Ashleigh Smith.
Ashleigh Smith grew up in a musical household where she cultivated a special blend of R&B and funk-infused jazz. She then trained at the University of North Texas, where she was able to discover her voice as a songwriter as well as a singer.
And now, Ashleigh Smith.
Like a fresh Georgia peach in the sweet summer sun, like the newness of spring when the winter is done, like a soft summer rain, water me with your love, like a sweet gentle breeze that was sent from above. Your love is green. Take me high and you food for my soul. Your love is green. You taking root and you never let go. And you make me blue when you're gone, leaving me all alone. And I'm red when I can't have my way. But your love is green. Oh babe, your love is green.
I'm Min with Dallas Music Network, and today we are joined by Ashleigh Smith.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
In person, finally.
Yes. We've known each other for a couple of months on Instagram.
Yes.
But yeah, it's nice to see you in person.
Nice to meet you in person as well.
Tell me what's new.
What's new? Well, we are working on album number 2, so that's almost fully mixed and mastered. Next couple months it should be completely done. New mommy again, so 6-month-old, almost 7-month-old.
Congrats.
So yes, lots of busy stuff, lots of moving around, moving parts, but all good things.
Yeah. So how many children do you have?
So I have 2 that I've actually birthed from my body, and then I have 2 bonus children. So altogether, my husband and I have 4.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's quite busy.
Yes, I can imagine that.
Yes.
Do you like to balance the mom life with the artist?
Like to? Not that word. Have to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
But it's definitely
it's
definitely a delicate balance. You know, I was even getting ready for this today. It was like getting yourself ready, but then also making sure that we've packed the bottles and put so. You know, it's just so many moving parts. I enjoy it though, and I think it's cool for the kids to see that just because you are in parenthood doesn't mean that your passions go out the door just because you have kids. I like them to see how we work that, and we work them into that as well. So I enjoy it. It's a workout, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, that is so great, especially that they get to experience and see mommy in action.
They come to shows a lot of times. Cairo's used to like the whole sound checking thing, and he gets it, and yeah, he enjoys it. So it's fun to have them kind of in the mix.
Do you think they'll ever like jump in on a?
I think so. I've kind of had Cairo singing something. Like he'll come. He's sung in the studio before. We practice stuff at home, and he does his voice lessons with mommy and his bass lessons with dad. And you know, Shiloh just talks and screams at this point. But no, he enjoys it. I think he likes being in the mix of it. He actually plays piano really well. He's mastered Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Ray Had a Little Lamb. He has a nice little touch on the piano. So they might. I mean, I would like for them to, but if they don't, whatever they choose, as long as they love it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very encouraging and creative household.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, and that is a lot of stuff to keep track of mentally.
Yes.
How do you feel that has helped you with this album?
I like to say this album, as well as my first one, are life albums, and so they always are very representative of what my life actually looks like. And I pull inspiration from all parts of my life. So my kids, teaching, my husband, just our day-to-day ins and outs, and that's all encompassed on what I write because that literally is my life. And so I think you can pull inspiration from anywhere. You know, life isn't just kind of, it's different perspectives, it's always moving, and that kind of is what my music sounds like. So I think they mirror each other very well.
So I know that you shared a track from your new album.
Yes.
Called Green.
Yeah.
Are the rest of the tracks also colors, or?
No, they're not colors, but they all tell a story. Like, and I'm very big about that in my writing, is that I like for my listeners to kind of be taken on an adventure or a journey when they're listening. I think there's a trend now where stuff can get kind of loopy, which I love loops, don't get me wrong, but they kind of put you in a trance a little bit, which I enjoy. But for my stuff, specifically, I like for the listeners to have to be clued in. Like, I don't want them to be able to tune out and be like, they'll miss something. You know, if you tune out for 20 seconds, you miss the whole bridge story, you know, a set of colors and sounds that you missed. It already flew by you. So I think they all tell stories. I'll say that. They're not necessarily all colors, but they all make you feel all the colors at one time, if that's not too abstract for everybody to understand. So yeah.
Okay. Is the production the same as what you performed with for us?
Yes, with some added elements. So there's still live instrumentation. That I think that's always going to be a part of my sound, just the nature of who I am as a writer and arranger. But some added new elements as well. We did a little more post-production on this album than we did on the first one. So there's that added element of it. So the sound, the core sound is still the same, but there are definitely some added elements that are new to this album that weren't on the last album.
Yeah. And your last album, remind me when it came out?
2016.
2016.
August 2016.
Okay.
Yes.
So
it's
seems
been
like
a while.
Yes,
it's been
for
a minute.
sure.
Yeah. I like to kind of take. I mean, I know there's a lot of pressure in this particular day and age to, like, you know, put out this, put out that. You have to be constantly doing singles and constantly doing this and constantly. And I am kind of just the exact opposite of that. I am very much an old soul, and that I enjoy artists being like, you know what, I put this out, and I want you guys to really enjoy it. I'm gonna take some years and live my life, you know. And if I feel like putting out something in those years, then I'll do that. But I don't want to feel pressured to do it, right? When it's time for it to come out, it's gonna come out. I just try to be really organic with everything. And so if it takes, I have tons of songs in the arsenal now that I wrote. I was really inspired, of course, being pregnant again, you know, all this kind of being married. And so I might have more material to put out album next year after this one. Who knows? You know, but I don't like to kind of be forced to have to, you know, stay in people's faces all the time. I don't know, it's kind of weird to me.
Would you say you live your life in jazz form then?
Yeah.
Not as like rigid, just kind of feeling
it's
it
far
out.
from rigid. It's just very, whenever the time is right is when we move. And when it's not, then you still have the music we put out to listen to and you have that content, and then when the time is right for me to put out something else, then I will, you know?
Yeah.
So.
By surprise, I can't help but see you running often through my mind, helpless like a baby, sensual skies, and I'm so glad I found you, boy. Getting better all the time. Oh, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, 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 I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No. Love to run my fingers softly while you sigh. Love came and possessed you, bringing sparkles to your eyes like a trail to heaven. Heaven is the prize, and I'm so glad I found you. It's getting better all the time. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, wouldn't help it. No, 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 I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, I can't help it. If I wanted to, wouldn't help it. If I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, 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 I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, I can't help it. No, can't. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No. I do love a bass line. Come on. Come on. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. Even if I could. Come on, come on.
So we mentioned that you were a winner of the Sarah Vaughan International Vocal Competition.
Yes.
Walk me through that.
Woo. Okay, so
Because that sounds like an amazing.
It's amazing. Actually, Samara Joy, who just won the Best New Artist in the Jazz Album, won the Sarah Vaughan competition in 2019. So we were kind of introduced each other before she kind of exploded. The first time in 2012, I want to say, when it actually first came into being, so the very first Sarah Vaughan International Jazz Competition. And I got first runner-up, and I was totally fine with that. I was totally green. I was still finishing my college degree. And I was competing with people that I had studied at UNT, like Surreal M.A., who ended up winning that year. I had transcribed so many of her solos. I was a huge fan of hers, so then getting to compete with her was amazing. And so, first runner-up, and then I kind of took some time off to just kind of live my life. I toured with R&B artists as a background singer. I did some award shows, did a lot of studio work, all that kind of stuff. And so then I returned in 2014 and won. And the story of that, winning is really funny. So the winning song that I used at the very end in the last round was a song that was written by Betty Carter called Tight. And I was in the competition, and the guys that were in the rhythm section, these are guys that had played with like Carmen McRae and all the huge names, Nina, all these huge jazz names. So they were older, but like legends in their own right. And so, as a newbie, interacting with that is kind of just, nerve-wracking and fun and exciting. So we get to that round, the final round, and we start the song. The song has these hits in the beginning. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, right? So we had a rehearsal, everything was fine. We get to the actual round. I count it off, and it falls completely apart.
It wasn't tight?
No, it was very loose. It was very loose. And at the time, I'm like, okay, so Christian McBride's in front of me, Nina Furlan's in front of me, Dee Bridgewater, all these huge people that I'd studied. And I'm like, am I gonna cut these guys off in the middle of this competition? And, am I gonna turn around and correct these giants? And what happened was, they were older, and I didn't take into account that they just couldn't see the changes. Like, they literally their eyesight, they were older, they were in their 60s and 70s, and they were having a hard time actually seeing them. And they didn't tell me that until the very end. And so, they couldn't read the chart, hits are going on. So I'm like, okay, mid-competition, we stop. I turn around, I was like, hey, this is live music. Work with me here. We turn around, we have a little powwow, we talk through it. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, cool, no problem. Turn around, we do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it falls apart again. And I'm like, okay, wow. Okay, so then you're deciding, okay, when it's too far gone, you have to stop it. But you're like, I'm totally gonna, at this point, the thought of me winning the competition was over. I was like, that's a wrap, it's not happening. Too far gone. Turn around, talk me through it again. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Boom, turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4, It stays enough together for us to keep going, and then it falls apart like halfway in. They cut me off my solo. It just goes crazy. But we finish the song. We finish it, everybody's like, wow. So at that point, I'm like, we didn't win this. We're done. It's over. And then so when they announced that I won, of course, I see my mom in the audience like, huh? Said a repeat again. And of course, everybody's just like, wow, how and what? So after it's over, we get back and talk to the judges, and they basically go, well, we knew you could sing after round 1 and 2. You were already the favorite. And so the reason you really won at that point was because that was a real life situation.
Yeah.
And you handled it like a real life pro. Like if that happens, that's what happens. And you can't get flustered by it. You have to figure it out and keep going. And I say that to say, like, that was kind of a big culmination because I had learned all that at UNT with my mentor, Rosetta Eckert, who wrote on the first album, all of my teachers at UNT. That real life experience that we got at school was like, okay, boom, and then you have to live it out.
Yeah.
And so that was just a huge moment for me. It was a huge lesson for me. It was just like a aha moment, all the moments in that winning. But it was a catapult too, because I signed to Concord via winning that competition and then put out the debut album. So,
Oh my goodness. That sounds so stressful. I'm
was
sitting
stressful.
here.
It was very
My
stressful.
palms are sweating.
No,
listening.
it was a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And to think that you had to turn around and step up and correct people that you admire. Like,
right. And how to
was-
do that without feeling like you're being, you don't want to come off rude, or that you're, that you're insensitive, that you're upset. You just want to get the music right. So it was you use all your people skills at that point.
Yes.
All of your, okay, how do I talk to these people without them being offended, but also getting this right, because this is a big moment for me and I want to get this right, kind of thing. So yeah, it was a lot of learning lessons there.
Yeah,
I was very proud of myself and how I handled it. At the time, I was freaked out. But in hindsight.
Proud of you too.
Yes.
That is a huge feat, and that's something that I'm sure we can all learn from.
Absolutely.
Just listening to that story. When you were in that competition, was it a week long? Did you travel?
Yes, so you travel to New Jersey, which is where Sarah Vaughan was from. And actually the place, NJ Pack, is where they had the competition. It's on Sarah Vaughan Way. But you traveled there, I believe, kind of came in on like a Wednesday. You do an interview with the Hughes Jazz Station that's there on that Thursday, and then you have rehearsals Thursday and Friday, and then Friday evening is the first round. So you do travel. It's kind of a quick, you definitely get in there, and then they throw you in. And you also have to rehearse with the other singers, because they have what's called a Sarah Vaughan medley at the end that everybody does. No matter who wins or loses, they do the Sarah Vaughan as a medley as a tribute to her. So yeah, it's a jam-filled, packed 4 or 5 days.
Wow, sounds incredible.
It's awesome.
Yes, well, we are excited about your new album. Do you have a date that it will be ready?
Not as, I have a time frame. It's definitely gonna be released at beginning or mid-August.
Okay.
Singles within the next month or two.
Okay.
But the album, early mid-August.
So it sounds like we need to be on the lookout.
Absolutely,
Where can people find you so they can make sure that they are following along and getting the info as it happens?
Absolutely. So on Facebook, it is just the Ashleigh Smith. That's not pretentious. The other ones were taken, unfortunately. So it's just my name, ASHLEIGH, and then Smith. Instagram is the same. Again, not pretentious. The other ones were taken. And then Twitter is I'm Ashleigh Smith, because the Ashleigh Smith was taken. So that's the only difference, right? And the website is www.theashleighsmith.com. So any of those, I'm active on all of them, and you can interact, and we talk, and we have a good time, and then you can follow dates and where I'll be, and album developments, and everything you want to know.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Well, we can't wait to find out more, to hear
Thanks.
more from you. And thank you to Grace Point Media for having us.
Absolutely.
And Ashleigh, thank you for joining us. This was fun.
Thanks for having me. I
You
had a
look
great
great.
time talking.
You sound
Thanks.
amazing. Yes, all the above.
Thank you.
And now, some more from Ashleigh.
Call this your encouragement song. You're in a dark place, a low place. Just keep in mind, rain waters things. Rain has to happen for things to grow. So being planted isn't always a bad thing. Encourage yourself, even if it's raining. Come on, y'all. Song says trouble don't last always. It looks real dark right now, but your night will soon be day. You've got more strength than you can know. Dig in your faith and don't let go. Trust yourself, babe. Your light will lead the way. Sometimes you gotta laugh instead of crying. Smile if you can't find a reason why. You gotta dance to ease the pain. Know that it won't always be this way. When your life turns your world around and you can't seem to find your up from down, you gotta make your own sunshine in the rain. Oh, in the rain. In the rain. In the rain. Just relax and breathe, it's fine. Just keep walking now, take it one step at a time. Though you may not understand, maybe you can't see his plan, but it's all working, baby. Don't you worry, baby. Who put your vision 7 on the clock. So it's been a few years and it's still not here. Don't give up now, don't you stop. There's no deadline on a dream. It may be closer than it seems. Close your eyes, baby. Your light will lead the way. Sometimes you gotta laugh instead of cry. Smile if you can't find a reason why. You gotta dance to ease the pain. Know that it won't always be this way. When your life turns your world around and you can't seem to find your up from down, make your own sunshine.
And that's our show.
We'd like to thank Ashleigh Smith, our incredible cast and crew here at Dallas Music Network, our fantastic sponsors, Timothy R. Wallace and the City of Dallas Office of Arts and Culture, and most importantly, you at home for watching. Thank you so much. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe because we don't want you to miss a single second of our new programming. Where can they find us?
You can find us on all of our favorite social platforms. We're on Facebook, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, even LinkedIn.
All of them. So be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll see you right back here for more shows very soon.
See you soon.
Thank you for tuning in to The Spotlight, presented by Dallas Music Network. Please subscribe, like, and follow, and stream tonight's featured artist. This episode was brought to you by a generous gift from Timothy R. Wallace and the City of Dallas Office of Arts and Culture. Dallas Music Network is a 501c3 nonprofit organization helping artists reach their full potential through various programs, including artist development, song development and recording, streaming, digital media, and promotion. We work to help musicians increase their fan base, which is critical to their long-term financial sustainability. Your tax-deductible donation can help us continue to support the local music community. Donate on our website at dallasmusicnetwork.com. Or to find out more information on how to become a sponsor, email Beverly at dallasmusicnetwork.com. Watch all Dallas Music Network productions on demand on your TV by downloading the free independent film and music app, twostagetv, available on Roku Player, Apple TV, Fire TV, and Android TV, and in the Apple and Google Play app stores for mobile devices.
If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it, even if I could. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it, even if I could. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No, 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 no. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it, even if I could. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. No. Love to run my fingers softly while you sigh. Love came and possessed you, bringing sparkles to your eyes.